You are watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftakademy.com. www.netsoftakademy.com.
Welcome back to AZ-500 Beginner Series. In the last module, we covered how to protect your data using encryption, secure storage access, and how to use Azure Key Vault. In this module, we will shift our focus to monitoring, logging, and alerts. So let's get started. Let's begin with Azure Monitor. Azure Monitor is the critical platform for collecting and analyzing telemetry data, like matrix and historical logs. And it is done across your Azure cloud environment. Connected to that is Log Analytics, a powerful tool that lets you run custom queries on log data using a language called KQL, that is Kusto Query Language. Here you can track performance, detect anomalies, or generate reports, all from just one dashboard. Together, these tools help you gain visibility into what's happening in your environment in real time, or even with the help of logs, you can do it historically. Now, in Azure, there are two main types of logs you will work with. The first one is the activity log, which records operations at the control plane. Things like creating a resource, deleting a resource, modifying a configuration, or assigning some roles. All of these are activity logs. Then you will see something called diagnostic logs, which gives you data from the data plane, such as read-write operations on the storage, a network traffic flow, or application logons, and so much more. The activity logs help you answer a question, that is, who did what and when. On the other hand, diagnostic logs help you answer what's happening inside the service itself. Well, both are essential for security, auditing, and investigation. Next, we have Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Used to be called Security Center, but now the name is Defender for Cloud. This service scans your Azure environment and generates alerts for security threats, like suspicious sign-in attempts, malware, or exposed management ports. Defender for Cloud classifies alerts by severity. It provides recommendations, and even it integrates with automation tools to trigger responses automatically for you, like sending an email, calling a webhook, or triggering a remediation script. It's your first line of defense for detecting active threats in the cloud and potentially solving it on the go. Now, to make alerts more actionable, you can use alert rules and action group in Azure Monitor. So you will go to Azure Monitor dashboard for that. Here, alert rules define what conditions should trigger an alert. For example, a high CPU usage, a failed login, or a specific error message. Then you can create action groups, which define what to do when an alert is triggered. Such as, when an alert is triggered, send an email, SMS, call a webhook, or just simply run an Azure function to remediate the problem automatically. This setup allows you to turn passive logs into real-time notification and actions. And finally, we can touch a little bit on Microsoft Sentinel. That is Azure's cloud-native SIEM, or Security Information and Event Management System, SIEM. Here, the Sentinel collects data from across your Azure as well as on-prem environments, including firewalls, application, identities, and more. It uses built-in analytics, machine learning, and threat intelligence to identify suspicious activities. You can write custom detection rules as well, or set up investigation playbooks and respond to incidents, all within one unified Sentinel dashboard. Well, for enterprise environments, Sentinel is a powerful tool for threat detection, investigation, as well as quick response. Now, let's go to the portal and check out where we can find these services. All right, now let's check how you can configure alerts and monitor your environment and also check logs. So for that, I need some resource which we will monitor. So I will go ahead and create a resource group that is demo. And inside this resource group, I will create a virtual machine. Now this virtual machine will be just a basic default machine. I will not make many changes here. So demo, I will call it demo VM. Canada Central, availability not required, security can be standard, and I will put Windows 10 here. And for the size, I'm okay with the default one here, that is D2S V3. I will give the local admin. Perfect. I will keep RDP open because I need to connect with this machine. Click next. For disk, I'm okay with premium SSDs. Networking, I don't have any network, so I will let Azure create a network for me as well as the public IP. And I will make sure my NSG is there and the RDP port is open. At this point, I will disable monitoring because I will show you how to enable it in case if it is disabled on many machines. So once the validation is passed, let's create this machine. So I have my machine running. Let's connect with it. So I will copy the public IP and just open my RDP client and connect. Put my credential here. Perfect. So now I will keep it open on one side. We will get back to this machine. Okay. So now let's focus on alerts and monitoring. So we know that this machine is running. That means the CPU and the RAM and the virtual hard drive, all those resources are being utilized. How will you check that? Well, if you go to Monitor, this is the unified dashboard provided by Azure to monitor the matrix, logs, create alerts all at one place. So over here, if I click on matrix, let's say, and then find my subscription and my machine. Okay. This one. Perfect. Demo, and there is one machine inside it. I will select my machine and click apply. Here you can select the metric you want to see. I will go with CPU percentage. And here you go. Now you may see a dip here because there is always a lag. I just created this machine and started using it. So it takes some time for information to flow and to showcase over here. So I will give this machine maybe like 5-10 minutes to run, and then I will come back and we will check out the matrix. All right, as you can see now, it is getting stable over here. And you can also type other types of matrix as well. So what about memory space? So available memory percentage is somewhere about 60%. Yeah, and there are so many other sensory datas here, which comes from the agent installed in the machine. So the agent talks with the Azure and give all the data. Now, let's see how you can set an alert. So if you go to Monitor and click on Alerts, then you just have to click on Create Alert Rule. Now let's create the alert on our machine. So you have to select your or search for your resource first, then select it, click Apply. Now next you have to set the conditions. So I will select where the signal will come from. So I will focus on my percentage for my CPU. Let's configure it. So I'm going to say that if my threshold is above 80%, is greater than 80%, and for the last 5 minutes, so the 5-minute average will be taken, and if the average is above 80, the alert will be triggered, and it will be checked every minute. Okay, as you can see, you can add multiple alerts as well. So for us, one alert is good enough. Next is action. So what actions you want to take, but before you configure it, you need to create an action group. So I will call it Demo Action Group, AG. Name will be Demo Action Group as well. And action will be just send the email. I can do that. And if you're okay with this, you can just say yes and save it. And when the alert is triggered, you will receive an email. Or if you don't want that, well, you can also use an action group. And here you can actually create more responses. You can build a proper action group in which you will have SMS notification, call notification, remediation, and a lot more flexibility. So let's do this. I will select my resource group, call it action group. All right, then click next. I will select my notification type, and instead of just the email, which you were actually able to do it directly, we will select the SMS message and push notification. And here I will put my phone number and click OK. Okay, so I added my phone number and I named it call. Next, action. This is where you can integrate your automation runbook, Azure Function, Event Hub. You can also put a ticketing system here and so much more. But we don't need to go with this. We just want to see if the alert is triggered and do we get the notification. Click next and create. Now click next. Choose the severity. So I will just say this is just a word boss. And alert rule name will be demo alert rule. Click next. Review it and create. Now the alert rule is created. At this step, we have to push the machine above 80% now. So what I will do is I will just run a benchmark on this machine, which will push the CPU to 100%. And then after 5 minutes, remember the alert is configured to check the average of last 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, the trigger will actually happen and you will get the notification. So I will just download a free benchmarking tool. Heavy load by Jam Software. I will download it and I will install it. Perfect. Now I can close all the windows and wait for this software to run. So let me open the task manager as well. Performance, as you can see, my CPU is already at 100, but this is just a spike. Oh, that's a nice thing actually. So why Azure actually monitor an average of some time? Because there are multiple spikes. If Azure will not check the total of 5 minutes, then at every spike you will get an alert. We don't want that. Okay, so I will only select the CPU and start the benchmark. So it will push my CPU to 100%. Now we just wait for the alert to get triggered. All right, so the alert got triggered and I got the call. So listen to this.
You got an alert for Action Group Demo AG. The message is fired set for Azure Monitor alert and we're on the move.
So it is just a pre-recorded message from Azure that the alert is triggered. So go and check it out and fix it. So if I go to alerts, there will be a new alert over there. Verbose. Severity 4 and it got fired at specific time. And if you click on it, you can get more information at what time it got fired and what was the alert, what was the history. And then you can take actions to fix it. Let me also show you Defender for Cloud now. So if you search for Microsoft Defender for Cloud, you will see this dashboard. This is where you maintain the cloud security, and not just for your subscription. Defender for Cloud can also protect your infrastructure on other platforms as well, like AWS, GCP, GitHub, and even on-prem. Right now, I only have Azure subscription. So you will see that. Then you will go to your subscription, and then you will see that you also have to enable the plan. So all the services are not for free here, because Defender for Cloud is such a nice security service, and that is why Azure charges for the protection. So for example, you want to protect your servers, that is $15 per server per month. It can protect app services, database, storage, containers, AI services, key vaults, resource manager, and APIs. So whatever you want to protect, you turn on that service and then save it. Let's go back to Defender for Cloud. Then you have your recommendation, where Azure will scan your environment and will recommend the best practices which you can follow to create a secure environment. And if you go down, you will see that there are so many other tools here. That is attack path analysis, security alerts, inventory, and so on. And if you go to cloud security, you will see this option called security posture, where you will get a score which tells you that how secure your environment is. If I'm getting 100%, that doesn't mean that I am like properly secure. Well, yes, in this case, because I don't have anything on my infrastructure. It's a completely empty tenant, just one machine. And when it will scan it, it will again give me this error, not error, actually recommendation that your machine have RDP port open and it is exposed to public. So my secure score will also drop down. But it takes time for Azure to scan your environment and then give you some details. This is where you can check your compliance. You can download a report and check if you are meeting the compliance or not. Workload protection is where you will see the protection on your compute. That is your servers, your VMs, running your application and whatnot. And even containers. So basically all compute. This is where you will manage data and AI security. Then you have network security as well as DevOps security. Now, if you want to dive deep into Defender for Cloud, please make sure you go to NetSoft IT Academy. We do have courses specifically on Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Just one product. Over there, you will see how to navigate through Defender for Cloud, how to use it to protect your environment. All right, so that wraps up this video of this series. Now, in the final module of this series, we will cover incident response and security governance, including a little bit information about playbooks, regulatory compliance by the governments, and building a secure, well-managed cloud environment. We'll talk about it. Now, if this video helped you, then like it and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comment section. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.
Thank you for watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftatacademy.com. www.netsoftatacademy.com.